Welcome to Skybox Sports News, Week 3 of the NCAA Football season. It's hard to believe, but we're already in Week 3. So make sure you like and subscribe. I'm on my drive for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, folks. So help me out. Make sure you like and subscribe at the bottom there. I need 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season. All right, here we go. Let's get rolling for the NCAA week number 2. Let's get right to it. Number 1, Alabama. The Crimson Tide is favored by 28 over Colorado State, the Rams. The Crimson Tide will cover that one. Last week they did not cover against the Fresno State Bulldogs, but they will cover this week. And I picked that upset right there. All right, here we go. Number 2, Oklahoma Sooners. They're favored by 34.5 over the Tulane Green Wave. Wow, my gosh, that sounds spooky. Well, it's not spooky. Oklahoma will cover the 34.5. Take it to the bank. All right, here we go. Number 3, Clemson Tigers. This is a fight between Clemson Tigers against number 14, the Louisville Cardinals. They got that Heisman Trophy winning quarterback that I'll tell you what can carry that whole team on his back. He did that last week. But I think Clemson's a little bit too much because someone's O has got to go. Each one of these are 2-0. We're going with the Clemson Tigers. They're favored by 3 points. Take those 3 points. You are going to win by 4 or more. Go for it. All right, number 4, the USC Trojans, favored by 16.5 big points over the Texas Longhorns. Texas looked good last week. The week before, they looked terrible. They're 1-1. My instincts are telling me, and my book learning is telling me, and my research at Skybox Sports News is telling me they will be 1-2 after this, and that USC will cover that 16.5. So take the USC Trojans. Now we have number 5, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Boy, they're favored big. 38 points over Georgia State. And the Nittany Lions will cover that big gasp. They'll cover that. Yes, sir, by 38. They're going to win by 40. I'd say 39 they will win by. And then we got number 6 now. Rolling on down. Washington Huskies. They're favored by 33.5 against those elusive Fresno State Bulldogs. I'll tell you, you got to watch them dogs. They'll be on your party. Watch out. They did that last week on the line against Alabama, and they learned a little bit there. I think they might do it again. I'm taking the Fresno State Bulldogs and the 33.5 points over the Washington Huskies. I think they will be within 33.5. Okay, number 7. The Michigan Wolverines. They're going and flying at home against the Air Force Falcons. They're flying in, and they're 26.5 points. Michigan's favored by, and I think they will cover that. Go with the Michigan Wolverines to cover. Now we have the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're number 8 ranked. They're playing the Army Black Knights. Oh, wow. The Black Knights of Army. Boy, I tell you what, they're going to need an Army to beat the Ohio State. Ohio State is looking to make an example of somebody. They're going into Army. They're going in there to make a statement, and they're going to win by at least 31. They are favored by 30. They will win by 31. They are looking to make an example out of somebody after losing that big game to Oklahoma. Now we have, speaking of Oklahoma, at number 9, it's Oklahoma State. Them Cowboys Watch out. They've been taking it by storm lately. They're 2-0. Playing against the Pitt Panthers. They're favored by 13. And you know what? I'm telling to go ahead and take those 13. I'm gonna go ahead and cover that and say, hey, we're gonna win by 14. Oklahoma State will win by 14. Them Cowboys, they're playing at home. Okay, the Badgers at number 10, Wisconsin Badgers, they're going to BYU. The Cougars of BYU. Well, we're going with the Badgers. They're favored by 13.5. They're gonna win by at least 14. Okay, then we have a postponed game, so there is no line on this. Of Florida State Seminoles versus Miami. Number 17, the Hurricanes. Number 11, South Florida State. That's going to be postponed. That's going to be played on October 7th. We'll cover it then. Next, we got up the LSU Tigers at number 17, playing against the Mississippi State Bulldogs. We got Tigers and Dogs. Mississippi State's bringing LSU. LSU's favored by 6.5. They will cover that 6.5. Take it. Now we got number 13. We got, oh my God, what the heck is going on this week? All the dogs are coming home. All the Bulldogs. We got Georgia. Number 13, the Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs, are going into Sanford. And they're playing the Bulldogs. We got us a dog fight. Boy, my goodness. I'm scared. We got us a couple of Bulldogs going nose to nose. Oh, and you know what? There's no line on this one. We're going with Georgia. The Bulldogs. Georgia, take them. That's a pick 'em game. That's an easy game. Boom. In the bank. Number 15. The Auburn Tigers versus the Mercer Bears. Auburn's playing at home. They're number 15. And they are favored by 5. We will take that. Okay, now we are at number 16. Virginia Tech Hokies playing the East Carolina Pirates. Well, they're going to need a couple of hooks to get on in the Georgia Tech. But Virginia Tech, they ain't got them. They ain't got a Pirates. They ain't got the crew to cover this. 21.5. The Virginia Tech Hokies. Oh, they got it covered. 21.5. Take it. We're going to cover that. Now we're going to Kansas State, the Cougars, at number 18. You know what? I learned my lesson. I was picking against the Cougars to cover, but this time they are going to cover. They are favored by 3. They're playing the Vanderbilt Commodores. And I'll tell you what, them Commodores have a heck of a freaking mountain to climb. Not only do they play Kansas State, then they also play Alabama. They also play Georgia and one other ranked team. I'll tell you, that's a tough road to hoe. And Commodores, they might have a sinking ship there. Or they may be rising the ranks. But they ain't going to do it this week against Kansas State. Here we go. Number 19, Stanford Cardinal. They're favored by 9 points over the San Diego Aztecs. Them Aztecs can be vicious. They've got those obsidian knives and them pyramids. You better watch it. But I'll tell you, that Stanford Cardinal, that tree has strong roots. We're going with Stanford, and they're going to win by 10 points. 9 points is the line. They're going to win by 10. All right, now we're going down to number 20. The Horned Frogs of TCU. They're up against the Southern Methodist Mustangs. Got them Stangs coming in there. They're playing at home. TCU is there. Got 17.5. You know what? These fighting TCU Horned Frogs, they're delivering for me this year. They've got picked a couple times in a row. They delivered. They're going to deliver this coming week too. So go ahead and take TCU 17.5. They'll win by 18. Here we go. Now number 21, Washington State Cougars. They're going up against the Oregon Beavers. The Cougars are favored by 18 points. You know what? I took that. I supported them Cougars last week, and they did not deliver for me. These Oregon State Beavers, I tell you, this is state versus state. Them Beavers got teeth, and they got that tail, and they're 1-2. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think they're due for a win, and I think they will be within 18 points of the Washington State Cougars. They will be within 18 points. We're going to take Oregon State to be within 18. There we go. That's an upset. Here we go. Number 22. The South Florida Bulls. They've been horning Gordon people left and right, but God bless them. They've got a tough things going on there in South Florida. God bless them folks out there. But now we're going to go ahead and see that they're going up against the Fighting Illini of Illinois. This game's going to be on September 15th. And you know what? I think the South Florida Bulls have had a lot of distractions this week. And I think the Fighting Illini always has a pretty good team. And I don't believe South Florida is going to win by 17 points. I think Fighting Illini will keep that close. So I'm going to go with the Illini to be within 17 points. Now we've got number 23, Tennessee Volunteers, versus number 24, the Florida Gators. The Gators are favored by 5 points, and I think that's a mistake. Do not take them Gators. Them Gators are not what they look like. That offensive line is not delivering like it should. Tennessee Volunteers have got a good defense. I'm going with Tennessee Volunteers to be within 5 points. And now we're going to finish up this week's picks with a newcomer to the top 25, the UCLA Bruins. They're going down to Memphis. Are they going down to see Elvis and Graceland in Memphis? The Memphis Tigers. They're favored by 3.5 as UCLA, the Bruins. Them being ranked are going to inspire them boys to play a little harder. Doggone Bruins are ready to fight. Memphis Tigers are ready to claw. But I'll tell you what, them Bruins are just too powerful, and they're going to win by 4. Go with UCLA. And those are your Week 3 picks of the NCAA Top 25 football. Now make sure you help me with my drive to 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe, like, subscribe, share. Thank you.